Hey guys, welcome back to the channel Kingdom Body. As you can see by the way I walked in here, my ankle is still swollen. It's been a week. You know, I've been doing with the rice, the rest, ice, compression, elevation, somewhat. I've still been working and things, so I've been walking on it. I haven't been resting it as much as I could have. I iced it for the first 48, first 2 days, and then after that, I've been putting heat on it. I've been using a heating pad, compression. I probably need to use a little bit more compression. I'm gonna make sure I have a brace on it, and elevation. I need to make sure I'm elevating it more. I was elevating it a little bit, but I need to make sure whenever I'm at home, make sure I have it elevated. Even when I go to sleep, make sure I got pillows under it, make sure it's higher than my heart is. Get some of that fluid away from it. But yeah, so like I said, week 2, I was planning on getting back started running tomorrow. I said I was gonna give it a week, but looks like I'm gonna have to at least give it another week. Or we'll see. Like I said, I'm gonna make sure I do the right things and rest it as much as possible. Keep applying heat to it, keep it compressed, and keep it elevated as much as possible. Like I said, when I'm not at work, when I'm at home in the evening, and get it on down. Oh yeah, y'all think I'm using those crutches? No, that was just for dramatic effect. I'm not using the crutches. I'm walking around as you try not to put too much pressure on my leg, on my ankle. But yeah, so getting the rest in the evening time as much as possible. Not using the crutches. I'm still walking around. Try not to put too much pressure on that ankle. But yeah, it's probably the worst sprain that I've ever had, because usually like after 2 or 3 days, like that swelling is usually going down. This is probably, even the doctor, when she looked at it, she said it's probably a grade 2, maybe even a grade 3, where the grade 3 is where like there's been a complete tear of the ligament, which I don't think mine is that bad. It's probably like a grade 2, but I'm gonna get it healed up, get it ready to go. Do the things that are necessary, which I can be a little hard-headed sometimes and not do the things that are necessary, like getting enough rest and keeping it elevated. But I'm gonna do those things and make sure that I'm getting the, like I said, I take like a multivitamin, a liquid multivitamin in the morning, but make sure I'm getting some omega-3 fats, and I got some blueberries in there, things that get the inflammation down. Maybe get some like spinach and kale, some good greens that'll help with the inflammation. But make sure I'm doing everything that's needed. But of course, like I said, it's been a week. Haven't been able to exercise, haven't been able to run. I had my plan all the way through. Like I said, I started on week 3, and it was a 10-week plan going right into my half marathon. But getting thrown off a little bit. In Proverbs 16:9, it says, "A man's heart plans its way, but the Lord directs his steps." And I know I'm making these plans to do this half marathon, and my plan leading up to it week by week, and leading up to the marathon in June. But I know that I need to make sure that I'm doing this. I shouldn't be just checking the box or doing these things just to say, okay, I done it. I done this half marathon. I done this marathon. I done this adventure, this next adventure. But I need to be doing it to the glory of God. When I do these things, I need to be doing them in such a way that I'm giving God the glory. Because that's all that's gonna matter in the end, is what I'm doing for His glory and what I'm doing for Him. All these other things don't matter if I'm just doing it to check a box and say that I've done it. He's put these things in me to want to travel and to want to do these adventurous things and do these challenges. But I know that I need to do them to His glory and make sure I'm glorifying Him in these things. Am I saying that I shouldn't plan? No, I should plan. I do believe that He wants us to plan things out, to be able to accomplish things. But I need to make sure that I'm giving Him the glory. Make sure I'm doing these things for His glory, because that's all that matters in the end. And like I said, I had a hiccup, right? I was playing basketball. Actually, because I had been contemplating, should I stop playing basketball while because I'm not just trying to run these races. Like I said, I want to be an elite runner and get these great times that I'm planning on doing. And I contemplated, okay, maybe I might get injured playing basketball. Maybe I need to, and with all the wear and tear of playing basketball, with all the running that I'm doing, I was thinking maybe I should take it easy, but I didn't. I kept playing because I love to play basketball. So, but now I think I'm gonna have to put it down for the most part. Put it down and focus on the running if that's what I want to do. If I want to be an elite runner, I'm gonna have to put it down for a little bit to focus on this, because I wasn't able to focus like I needed to. Which, and also, with all this running that I'm doing, I had to increase what I was bringing in. I had to take in more carbs than usual because of all the running that I'm doing, because I was burning more. Like the day before I got hurt, I ran 12 miles. It was a very slow pace. It was I took about 2 hours, but it was very slow pace, but 12 miles, I think I burned like 1,500 calories. With all that running, I had to have an uptake in what I was bringing in, so I was eating more. But this past week, I wasn't running, I wasn't burning all the calories, but I kind of kept up that same diet, which this coming up week, I'm gonna have to, bring it on down a bit, cut out a lot of those carbs and make sure that, because I'm not running, I'm not burning those calories that I was. So I gotta bring that on down and make sure, I'm putting the right things in, and especially things that are gonna bring that inflammation down. Make sure I'm resting, got my leg elevated as much as possible. I'm putting that heat on it, and getting it healed, man. Just believing God that I'm gonna have a full recovery. But like I said, had this hiccup, and all right, I got these plans, and a lot of times we have these plans, and all right, we're thinking, okay, every week it's gonna be perfect, and by the end of these 10 weeks, I'm gonna be ready to go. Okay, so I had a hiccup, something that I didn't plan for, knew it could happen, but was not expecting it. So now what am I gonna do? Am I gonna quit? Am I gonna throw in the towel? No, I'm gonna keep on going. I'm gonna have to make some adjustments and finish this thing on out. I'm believing God that my foot is gonna be healed. I'm gonna do the natural things to take care of it, to get it back right, and make the adjustment and finish the race and get it done. Not gonna give up. And this can be applied to anything in life. There are gonna be hiccups. There are gonna be things that come at you. What are you gonna do? Make the adjustment. I'm gonna believe God first of all. All right, Lord, lead me, help me to do the right things, to the natural things, to get this swelling down, get heal up this foot, Lord. I'm believing you, and walk it out and continue the race. Make the adjustment. Do the things that are necessary. There are gonna be things in life, wrenches that get thrown in the way of your plans. But man, I just believe God through whatever it is, and stay the course. But yeah, so this past week I've had to sit down, which if you know me, you know I love to be active. I love to run, love to be doing something. So it's kind of hard for me to sit down. So I hate to say it, I probably needed to sit down for a while just to kind of get back focused and like I said, had this plan that I came up with. Well, actually I got the plan off with runnersworld.com, but it was my plan that I was gonna walk it out and do and finish up on the 10 weeks right before the race. But man, like if I hadn't got injured, I wouldn't have sat down and realized, even whatever the plan is that I come up with, man, it's all in God's hand. This past week I haven't been able to run or do any activity, which I love to do. So definitely gonna have to change my diet and, slowing down a bit, having to rest up, which I don't often do. Like today, man, I was just sitting with my foot elevated, able to get some reading in and plan out how I was gonna shoot this. But kind of gets me back on focus on, okay, I can make all the plans that I want to do, but it's God's in control. It's Him. I'm just making sure, I need to make sure that I'm giving Him the glory when I'm able to do things, and I will. But I'm excited. Also, speaking of making plans, man, we just celebrated my parents' 50th anniversary last night, just at their house, man. But me and my sister, man, we were planning on doing something big, man, inviting a whole bunch of people and having, just having something great. 50 years that's a big deal. 50 years being married, that's a big deal. But with COVID and everything, with them being older, we said no, we're just gonna do something small at the house. But it was a good time, and we were able to enjoy it, and I think they really enjoyed it. But just speaking of them, I try to make the most of every moment, and enjoy the time that you have with people or whatever it is that you're doing. Just make the most of it, because we never know how long we have. God's in control. Just make the most of every moment, every second of every day. Live it to your best, and don't take anything for granted. That's all I would say. But again, getting healed up, I'm gonna take it 1 week at a time. So 1 more week, I'm gonna do everything that I need to be doing. I'm not using the crutches, but I'm gonna rest this ankle as much as possible, keep it compressed, keep it elevated, and I'm gonna keep some heat on it whenever I'm able to. But we are gonna get it. I'm believing God that it's gonna be healed, ready to go, and I'm gonna get back to my training. Hey guys, I appreciate y'all for coming, listening. If you enjoy this content, make sure you like it and subscribe, share with someone who might need this. All right guys, y'all be safe. Peace.